genocide, the assault which is conducted on the division of a general public who are the identical nationality, race, or religion. This exploitation can be emotional and physical. At the closing stages, it absolutely leads to blood-filled killing and destruction. For years, this barbaric act has tormented and shattered the society we live in.
And when you see a genocide, whether it's in Rwanda or Bosnia or in Darfur, that's a stain on all of us. That's a stain on our souls. We can't say never again and then allow it to happen again. And as President of the United States, I don't intend to abandon people or turn a blind eye to law.
Theoretically, the world has changed, and today we are much better off than yesterday. Are we really? Or is history still repeating itself?
First stage is classification. Now, of course, all human beings classify. There's always us, and there's them. There's our group, and there's the others. And this is not necessarily, of course, genocide status, but it's absolutely necessary for genocide.
Prime Minister, the introduction of Sinhalese as the official language by your government appears to have damaged the good relations which previously existed between Sinhalese and Tamils. How do you justify this act?
Well, when our country became independent, naturally the question arose of national language superseding English as the official language of the country. Sinhalese we decided upon as the official language because 70% of the people of Ceylon are Sinhalese.
Mr. Van der Laan, there is some of the responsibility for the ghastly history of Sri Lanka because he opened the door to Sinhalese extremism, first of all by favouring Sinhala as the only official language, but much worse than that, by giving way to extremists when they put him under pressure. He turned out not to be a tough prime minister who could resist when pressures were built up upon him.
Solomon Van der Laan didn't live to see the little fruit of his language policy. In 1959, he was assassinated in a business dispute, ironically by a Buddhist monk.
The Temple of the Truth, the Tamil Candide, is the heart of Sri Lankan Buddhism. It holds the country's most sacred relic, a tooth of the Buddha. Ever since the Sinhalese kings held court here, control of the truth gave the right to rule the country. To this day, it is a tradition which makes the monks politically powerful. Do you think the Tamils who are behind this war are actually trying to destroy the Sinhala community on this island?
They will destroy not only the Sinhala race, but the whole of our historic civilization. And they will set up a Tamil state which leads up to southern India. 1,000 years ago, there was such a kingdom, but the Sinhalese destroyed it.
So if you remove the tooth from the temple, the king is no longer king?
No.
So the monks are very powerful.
Powerful, but... Yeah, we are powerful, but we are not using our power to roll me.
One single island, two languages, two nations. The ethnic divide was in place. The first serious anti-Tamil riots erupted in 1956, and war will punctuate the next 25 years.
To the propaganda, when you think Tamil, Indians, like around the world, have to be taught to go Tamil equals Tamil civilians first, and the Tamil Tigers is a separate thing, you know. And both of those groups are different. It's like a square and a circle.
So what do you think is the best way to deal with the LCT?
I think not easy, very easy. They have given time. No, because there are 100 sons, there are 100 frameworks. Now, they are played by play.
The world's first female Prime Minister, but politically unexperienced. With no agenda of her own, she decided to carry through her husband's policies, particularly on the language issue. By now, Tamil politicians in the northern city of Jaffna have begun a campaign of peaceful protest.
This is the state where the real genocidal downward spiral begins, because all people will be classified and civilized. But the third stage is dehumanization. It's where we begin to treat one group as somehow less than the other.
Tamils are very proud of their ancient culture and literature. The burning of the library was intended to strike at the most potent symbol of their separate identity.
The conditions of oppression against the Tamils intensified at that time. So, Mr. Prabhakaran organized the LTTE as a national liberation movement with the objective of launching an armed struggle against the oppressive state apparatus. But at that particular juncture, it was a small guerrilla organization. But it had a long history of evolution.
Tamil areas are now known for settled days.
There were some sort of organized groups going around. They were coming out and going to the addresses, knocking on the doors and putting out the Tamils and I saw it happening. Went on for a few days.
There have been plenty of riots before, but this was different, a state-sponsored pogrom.
I could see police jeeps going by. Nobody did it.